possibly want to create smaller stuff. So with axe conversion you can go down to inch and a half board. But what you need to do is to make that task as easy as possible and not to make huge amounts of waste. I mean, you can imagine you could actually hew this down to an inch board, but the amount of waste that you create is phenomenal, and you can actually use more of your log and get two pieces out of the one piece. So what we're going to look at now is hand splitting some timber, and then we can look quickly at how to convert that into like an inch board. Now I've got a couple of Grants Falls wedges, so these are steel wedges. Beautiful, beautiful tools these. You'll notice that they're actually twisted. So as they drive into the wood they actually start to part the fibres. Really, really nice. Now the quick and easy way to split timber is to certainly start off with metal wedges. But what you can also do is you can quite happily make your own wedges as well. So what I've done is I've brought over the side axe to show you very quickly how you can use the side axe. So remember, we've got it beveled on one side, flat on the other. But this is a hand axe now. So you can use it two-handed, but it's also designed for one-handed use as well. So to make a wedge, I mean, I've just grabbed a bit of hazel here, for instance. And the way you use a hand axe like so is the temptation is that people try and use it on the angle, but actually what you want to be doing is going straight down with the axe and moving your timber around. So to point your wedge for starters, go straight down like so. And you can see with just a little bit of work that we're starting now to get a nice edge appearing.
It's amazing. Sorry, Steve. Sorry.
A satisfied customer. Yeah. Like the local plastics cafe. My life has been transformed by the pineapple.
Okay, so you can see now we've started getting it down, and you want the point as fine as possible to obviously pick up a split, which we'll look at in the wood. And then obviously we need to start and there we are, ready to go with a wedge. So what we'll do for speed is we'll drop on and use the metal wedges. So we've got a piece over here. Cool. And depending on what type of timber you're working with will depend on how the timber reacts. Obviously we know that trees grow for the light, and so quite often you'll get a twisting in the fibres, and that'll be reflected in the split. So we'll have a quick look at this one. So we've just got a lump of thulia here. If there's any flaws in the timber, if you've got a felling shake in the end, a split, then you might want to use that to start working with. Alright? The knots, the split will be attracted to the knots, because as the growth patterns go around the knots, that will affect how your split works. Alright? So, because this is quick growing softwood, I'm hoping we should get a half decent split with this. So I'm going to go in middle for diddle. Now what you'll want to do is put a stop in sometimes. So we'll just change the position of this and use this bearer here as a stop, because otherwise you're going to lose a lot of energy in the timber being shunted. Alright?
On your back.
I'll be back.
Got some visitors. Yeah, you got intruding there.
Right. So we've gone in roughly halfway. You can see the split starting to form. There we go, we're halfway. We've got that split running through the half of the timber. Now at this point, what you can do is start thinking to yourself, right, how's the split running? You may want to strip the bark off so you can judge where the split is, because you can actually run after the split and weaken it with wedges much closer. But we are looking quite nice at the moment, so the temptation now is to keep going with this end split.
Can you just say that again about running after a split and what you're on about?
If you found it starting to twist like on a piece of chestnut, you can put another wedge in maybe here somewhere to try and check the split back again, just so it doesn't spin out into infinity. So we'll keep going. Can you hear that? Beautiful sound. Now you can see that we've got to the end of the usefulness of that wedge. So what I can do now is just judge the hazel wedge that I made. And you can see that it's slightly thicker. So what we can do is we can replace one with the other. That'll release that wedge out while still continuing the splitting process. Obviously watch your fingers. But now we can start running through like so. And at this point we really want to be thinking to ourselves, okay, let's see where we go from here. Now interestingly, have an axe with you, because what you can see is a load of connected fibres inside here. If you want to have a look down on the top.
Yes, go the other way. Should we try it?
And this is one of the benefits of not using a metal wedge at this point, because the last thing you want to do is destroy your axe face. So you can see I can go in now and under. Maybe have a roll. See what, now again you can see we've got that connection in there, yeah? So again we want to weaken that one. So we'll go in again, listen for the ping. There, here it go. So we're getting close now. Now at this point what I can do is just flick this wedge out, because you can see it's redundant, yeah? But what we don't want is these fibres here to close this piece up still. We still want to be able to get in there and see what we're up to. So we'll just put that in as a spacer, and that will stop that closing too hard on the metal wedge. Again, we've got a connection point. Now with a good quality wedge, they're sharp enough that you can do your own. You don't even need to have your axe with you for that bit. And there we are. We're almost divided, so little chop through, and we have two nice even boards there. Okay, so now what we want to do is look at how we do an inch board.